Hi, this is SJ Talks and Life coming back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Here I have this precious little baby, this precious little 6-month-old baby in Atlanta. Um, I have to talk about this. Um, that was gunned down. It His mother and father was shot in the car. It was his mother, his father. His father's in critical condition. His mother, I think his mother has been treated and released. And um, as you can see right there on this picture, the baby, poor 6-month-old baby, didn't make it. They said the baby was in intensive care, um, was born in intensive care, and the baby survived all that, survived intensive care, survived all that. I pulled the baby through all that, only to get shot and um, killed unalived. Um, you know what? It takes a really black-hearted person. You have to be a really black-hearted person to shoot a little baby. I don't know. They said that on this news clip that it was targeted. This was a targeted because they shot him and they shot his mother and his father. So I don't want to speculate. I don't want to dare speculate. Um, I don't know what was going on that caused this person to make this person feel like it was okay to shoot 3 people and to shoot this innocent little baby. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Like I said the other day, with the 3 black people that got shot in Jacksonville, Florida. The other video, if you hadn't got a chance to check that out, um, when I was talking about the gun violence in this country. And the gun violence, I'm going to narrow it down to the black community. Um, the gun violence in the black community is crazy. And it's not just Atlanta, it's all over. It's in my community. It's in small, medium, and large communities, black communities all over the country. And Walter Hampton, a YouTuber by the name of Walter Hampton, was talking about this story. And he was saying that um was talking about, like, where's the outrage? That's a good question. Where's the outrage? Now, if it was a police officer that had committed these shootings, the black community would be up in arms if it was a white police officer. But when it's a black person that is committing the shootings, where's the outrage? Especially when there's a child involved, especially when there's an innocent child involved. Where's the outrage? See, the black community needs to start getting outraged when things like this happen to our children. It used to be a code. What happened in the code? There used to be a code in the black community that you didn't shoot and kill innocent children. What happened to that code? What happened to it? It takes, you have to really be a black-hearted person to shoot a little baby. I just don't understand it. I don't really, something demonic going on out here. It really is. It's it's just a lot of these things happening, and you just can't make sense of it. They said it was targeted. Like I said, I don't want to speculate. I don't know what was going on that would make this person want to shoot 3 people in the car, including an innocent little baby. But who would want to kill this precious little baby? I mean, it's just, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. I mean, Make it make sense. Um, make it make sense. I don't get it. Um, gun these gun laws, they need to do something about these gun laws in this country. I just had to talk about this. Now I also wanted to um also I think in the same weekend, on the same day or around the same time, I also wanted to talk about this young man. He's an actor, Jovan. This young man is an actor. He also lives in Atlanta. He's an actor, and he was shot in a road rage incident. This man was shot in a road rage incident. He had a wife. He had a wife. She was expecting. He had two children and a wife, and she was expecting a third child. And this man was shot in a road rage incident, unalived, taken away from his family in a road rage incident. He was a aspiring singer, I think, aspiring actor and singer in the Atlanta area. Um, like I said, it's not just I don't want to just single Atlanta out. It's all of this is happening all over the country. This gun violence is happening all over the country, and I don't understand it. I noticed that in my city that drivers are getting more aggressive. They're getting more. It's the times that we living in. And then everything, the crime rate has been on 10 since COVID. It's been literally been worse. And I noticed that it's just getting to the point to where I'm just gonna have to start praying anymore before I get out here on the road because I noticed that road road rage. I mean, drivers are getting more aggressive in my city, and people seem to be driving ag- ang- aggressively angry. They seem to be angry with their driving in my city. So I can only imagine what it's like in other cities as far as the road rage. And there is absolutely no reason in the world to unalive somebody because you're upset with them because they cut you off in traffic. I had so many people do that to me. I've had people cut me off. Like if you're not going fast enough, like in my city, and I wrote a post about it on our community. We have like a community board on Facebook, and I wrote a post about it in our local community um post on Facebook that these people want to speed past everybody, drive really fast and aggressively past everybody, only to get to the stoplight and still have to wait. So I just don't understand. I know I had just recently was in a little situation to where I was going to I was headed to Culver's restaurant, and I was on our one of our main roads here in my city. I was on one of our main roads, and this guy was behind me. I didn't tell you the truth. I wasn't even aware that he was behind me. I knew somebody was behind me. I typically drive the speed limit, maybe 5 to 10 miles over. I'm a pretty conscious driver, so I try to not drive too far over the speed limit. But I typically drive. I keep up with the flow of the traffic in most cases. I didn't feel like I was driving too slow. But apparently this man thought I was driving too slow and he passed me. Like people you can tell they have an attitude because they punch it, and this man was driving a truck. It's usually I don't like to, I'm gonna tell it like it is. It's in my city. It's always these white men in these big trucks that want to act like they want to intimidate everybody. I'm just, it is what it is. Okay. It's in my city. It's white men with big, loud trucks, likes to intimidate everybody on the road. And this guy was driving a truck and he, and they punch it. So I didn't think, I was like, I get a little attitude when they do that, but I said, I didn't think nothing of it. And he pulled into the Culvers. And of course, that's where I was headed. So I pulled into the Culvers. To make a long story short, I was waiting on my order because how Culver's is set up in my city. I don't know if it's set up like that in your city. After you go through the drive-through and you put your order in, you have to pull up. They have parking spaces like right in front of the drive-through that you have to pull up to, and they'll bring your food out to you. That's how they have it set up in my city. And I was sitting in the spot, you know, waiting on my food for them to bring me my food. And I turn around, just happened to look around, and this guy that passed me is looking at me, staring at me with this mean look on his face. I got really scared. It really freaked me out. I got really, really freaked out. And I said, don't make eye contact. I just turned my head, I kind of glanced again. There he was still staring with this mean look on his face. And I started to, what I did is I put my phone on 911 just in case I have to hit the 911. I put 911 on the phone, but I didn't hit the call button. And I said, well, I'm going to put 911 on his phone just in case, um, I gotta dial it. And I said, if he follows me, I'm gonna just take him to the police station, you know. And so I just started mentally preparing, just in case, you know. And I started to text my son, and just at that moment, I was just mentally preparing just in case, something this man wanted to try something. But it was really weird. I mean, it really scared me. I mean, the look that this man had on his face was like he wanted to do something to me. All because I was like, well, what's the big deal? You went past me. And thank by the grace of God, he pulled off. I said a little prayer and he pulled off, thank God, by the grace of God. I told my son, and he was like, because he was at work at the time. He said, I would have taken off work, Mom. I said, I know. But I said, if an event, if he had to follow me, I would have just went right to the police station. And that's a heads up. If anybody follows you, is following you on the road, particularly you females, take them to the police station. Drive to the police station. Don't drive home. That's the worst thing you can do. Drive to the police station. And so, and yep. And so I instantly in my mind started thinking, okay, this is what I need to do, because the way this man was looking at me, oh my God, it was scary. And I just turned my head. I said, don't make eye contact. And thank God, by the grace of God, he pulled off. And so when I pulled off, I was still kind of scared. I don't. I was looking in my rearview mirror, making sure that he wasn't following me or anything like that. And so in that situation was scary because I said the problem is that you don't know what these people are thinking. It's getting to the point that we got to start praying anymore before we get on these roads. And I know that people are driving more aggressively in my city. People are angry. And, it might be because the economy is so bad and everything that's been happening over the last 3 years with COVID and all that stuff. People are angry, frustrated. I get it. I get it. But it's not worth taking somebody's life. It's not worth taking somebody's life. This person, thank God they found the guy that committed the shooting. Thank God. Um, He took a man away from his family. He took a man away from his wife and his children. He had 2 children and she was expecting a 3rd child. He took this man away from his family, all because of a road rage incident. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. So, I mean, heads up, if you guys are out here on the road, and I talk to my son too, he gets a little angry on the road. Just let it go. Just let it go. I get angry too. I hate it when people tailgate me. That's my biggest pet peeve on the road. I hate it when people tailgate me. That's a huge pet peeve for me. It's bad driving. But I sometimes just pull off the side of the road and let them go past me. You know? It's not worth your life. It's not worth your life. It's better to not argue with the person or even put your finger up because you don't know what's going through this person's mind. Like in that situation, I had no idea what was going through this man's mind. The way he was looking at me, he was acting like he wanted to do something to me. And I was like, oh my God, you know? And I instantly just started preparing in my mind what to do if an event this guy wanted to try something. But by the grace of God, he pulled off. So I mean, it's getting bad out here, guys. We gotta stay prayed up and just it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I mean, and you don't know what another person is thinking. In this case, I guess the man thought I was going too slow. It wasn't worth you even having an attitude behind that. It's like you went past me, so what's the big deal? But you don't know what's going through these people's mind. I mean, you don't. I just. This is really sad. So hit me up in the comment section if you guys have heard about this. These 2 stories about this man and this precious little baby. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. It's just terrible. It's crazy. My heart and prayers and condolences go out to both of these families. Um, and to this mother. This mother not only had to deal with the fact that she was shot, her boyfriend, her husband was shot. He's still in her boyfriend, her husband is still in intensive care, the father of this child. I'm assuming it's the father of this child. And now she has to come to terms with the fact that her 6-month-old baby is gone. How do you process that? So my heart and prayers go out to her and her family, the loved ones of these people, and this young man here, this aspiring singer and actor. Um, just let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. You guys, please be safe out there and stay prayed up. Avoid as much confrontation as you can on the road if you're driving, and just be aware of your surroundings at all times. Hit that like, subscribe, and share, and notification bell. And until the next video, be blessed.